Hey everybody, I'm Jake Van Vonderen. I'm the director of Old Town Yoga Studio in Fort Collins, Colorado, and I'm here with my friend and colleague River Cummings.
Hi, Jake.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. So River is the leader of our yoga instructor certification course, the next of which begins this upcoming March. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today, but first River's just going to tell us a little bit about her educational background.
Yeah. Well, I initially was introduced to yoga pretty early on. I was lucky in that way. I started practicing when I was 19. And initially, I was really just interested in the exercise aspect of yoga. It just felt really good in my body. But then over time, it really served a lot of different purposes for me in my life. And one that comes to mind is when I was in graduate school in a PhD program in chemistry. Yoga practice really was kind of my touchstone. It really kept me sane. It helped me manage stress. And so I got to get a sense of a little more of the depth that's available in yoga. And then when I realized that chemistry wasn't ultimately my path in life, yoga really rose to the forefront as something that was an option there. And so I spent about a year in India, had some amazing experiences there. And when I came back, I met Gary Crafso, who was to become my teacher. And literally within about the first 5 minutes of being in his workshop, I realized that this was it for me, that this was a fit, and that this work really spoke to me. And so I went on to take every training program Gary had to offer. I took his teacher training program of 500 hours, and then his therapist training program. And I should mention that I'm also an ERYT 500 with Yoga Alliance, which I think is their highest level of accreditation at this point. Anyway, so I've just enjoyed the last, it's been almost 15 years of doing this work and using it to inspire and share with others.
Awesome. So the course that we're speaking of is we offer it once per year. It's a 9-month course, and we meet once per month for the course of that 9 months. So we have a Friday evening session. We do all day Saturday and all day Sunday, and there's a good month in between meetings, which allows students to carry on with regular work and recreational activities. It's also useful for people to really integrate the material so they can practice, they can study, and just really let things sink in. Mm-hmm. So do you want to just talk to us a little bit about more of an overview of the program?
Sure, yeah. The program is really geared toward getting any student up and running teaching just group yoga classes in any context. And so we cover asana, which is the physical practice of yoga. We cover pranayama, which is the breathing practices. And then we do a little bit on chanting, and then we spend some time with meditation. And then I do introduce a little bit of ritual and prayer. So it's a really well-rounded program, I feel, and it gives people a sampling enough to be able to get out there and share what they're inspired to share with their students, and to use their yoga teaching to really move out into the community in a variety of ways. The other things that are part of the training are we have an anatomy segment, which is taught by a highly capable and wonderful, very enthusiastic woman. And our philosophy teacher he's just a gem in the community, and he's amazing to learn from. The two units that I'm the most passionate about are really the teaching methodology, where I get to help students sort of just find their feet with their teaching and find their own sort of personal flavor of teaching, find their personality there. That's really fun. And then my other favorite is teaching sequencing, which is really, really essential to teaching a successful practice, I find. And so interesting that the same postures done in one order can heal you, and done in a different order can actually injure you. So I really feel strongly about educating students about that. So that's the basics of the training.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, we really consider the training to be high-quality adult education. And a couple of really cool things about the training are its adaptability and applicability. We've had graduates from all different age groups, and from people from a variety of professional backgrounds. So we've had massage therapists, we've had chiropractors, we've had nurses, PTs, yoga teachers from other backgrounds. So can you talk to us a little bit about the adaptability and the applicability of the program?
Yeah, sure. So Vini Yoga is the style of the training, as you mentioned, and Vini Yoga really has its roots as a traditional practice in adaptation. So it's interesting in that it's a traditional practice, but the foundation of the practice is actually adaptation. So in that sense, what I'm teaching in the training is really the why behind the how of things, and I'm really teaching people how to use their minds, use the tools that they've learned, and craft different kinds of experiences using those tools. So even if you're just brand new to yoga and you want to go out and you're inspired to teach in a yoga studio, or even inspired to teach your friends, you're going to have the tools that you need to do that. Or if you're working in massage and you want to give people supportive work to do to help support their massage work with you, or your PT, or you want to give people breathing exercises to help when they're stressed in the hospital as a nurse, whatever it is, I really feel confident that you'll have the confidence as a student in this training to go out there and use what you've learned to create any number of different kinds of practices for people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also more to be learned. Those of you who are interested in really honing your one-on-one skills, there's an advanced training that's also available for those people who have graduated from the 200-hour training. There's an advanced training that will get you up to a 500-hour accreditation. And in that training, we really hone in on one-on-one skills and learning how to develop relationship one-on-one with your students, and really working on a huge array of adaptations. So that's really an interesting training for those of you who are wanting to really focus on one-on-one.
Awesome. Cool. So one question that I get a lot about the training is, do you need any prerequisites for the course? Or, do you have to have experience and whatever else? And I really tell people that you don't really need a whole lot of yoga education to do the course. Can you elaborate as to why that is?
Absolutely, yeah. There's a few reasons, really. The first one is that, this really is a soup to nuts training. It's intended to take you from the beginning and stepwise through, giving you appropriate content at every step of the way, so that even a total beginner should have the tools when they leave to feel confident teaching. So that's my job, is to meet everybody where they are, regardless of if they're advanced teachers already, advanced practitioners, or people who are brand new to yoga. So that's the intention of the course. And then the second thing that I'd say about that is that really, there's a different quality of question that comes out from a beginning student. And I feel like everybody in the room, no matter how long they've been practicing, how advanced they are, everybody really benefits from that, the freshness, the quality of that question that comes out of sincere inquiry from a beginning student. And I think it develops just a really, really nice dynamic in the class. So I'm always excited to see newer yoga students in a training.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great. So last thing, if somebody wants to get in touch with you or learn more about you, how could one do that?
Oh yeah, you can check out my website. It's www.yogawithriver.com. And I'd love to get your email, and I'd love to meet you. So please be in touch if you're at all interested, and I can answer any additional questions.
Great. And if you are interested in the course, and you're viewing this video anywhere else other than our website, you can go to our website and learn more about it at www.oldtownyoga.com. You can also call us at 970-222-2777. And you can email us at oldtownyoga@gmail.com. And thanks a lot, River.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a great day,
You
and
too.
we'll see you soon.